All right, so we've got a hard corn here. Now, this one's a particularly painful one, and it's really underneath that second metatarsal head in the plantar metatarsal head area. So these are caused by pressure. So when the patient walks around, the metatarsal head, or the knuckle of that right behind that second toe, pinches the skin between the ground, and it causes the skin to thicken up. And when we get a generalized area of thickened skin, it's called callus. When we get this really well localized area of hard skin, we call it a corn. So the problem with these is because the pressure, I'll just bring the camera back into focus. The problem with these is when the pressure causes hard skin, and the hard skin causes more pressure, so you get this positive feedback loop where you get more hard skin just forming, and they seem to form overnight. So patients will often say that sorry, just bring it back into focus there. They'll often say that it seemed to come about overnight, but what usually happens is it builds up over time, and then you hit the critical threshold where you can feel pain or not feel pain. So you actually feels like it comes on all of a sudden, and they can't remember doing anything to it. They'll often say that there's a stone in their foot or in their shoe, and they can't get it off. Now, much of this corn is obviously, this is quite a deep one. Much of it's under the skin, so it's really quite painful. And you can imagine if you had a stone that was on taped to your foot, and it pushed in the same location every time, they become quite painful. So what we go ahead as usual, using the number 15 blade here. We go and just trim away the callus cap, and then we actually start to dig out as much of this as we can. Now, this one's a little bit painful for the patient. She's doing a good job here to sit still. But we'll try and get out. Sometimes we get a little bit of blood when they're this deep, but hopefully not. It doesn't mean that it's not painful to dig this out. It can be a little bit painful. But just as we get towards the end, we've got to be really careful we don't go too far. Now, particularly when we're doing this for the first time, it can be more painful. So I'll pull that out and see if I don't drop it. So here's the corn. So this is what it actually looks like. Now, it looks really hard. If we squeeze that, it's really hard, like a piece of rice, and the density is just like hard like rice or something like a rock. And we'll just pause that there, and so you can actually see what it looks like. And this is what the hole that it came out of looks like. Now we'll clean up those edges. We'll dress this one up because there's that little spot of blood there. We don't want to get an infection. And we'll review this in about 4 to 6 weeks' time.